Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. You can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl, Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Her. And don't think I'm not interested in anything. By the way, my voice is sounding. I'm very monotone because I lost my voice a little bit, but it's coming back. So I'm very excited. And apparently, nobody wanted me not to be here on this panel for this
Correct.
finale because they could have did it without me. But they said no, and I appreciate
But it
them.
would have felt right.
I love that.
We all collectively refused and said, no, Lana will be here because she's hosted the whole damn season. So, no.
You are right. So I appreciate that, and I am glad to be here. And, I'm glad to have my cup mug, too, because cup mugs are great, and you should get you one if you can in Brazil. It's at your own risk. But everywhere else, LanaG'sCreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally, most of the places, and domestically, so there are no excuses. Get your cup mug, period. Thank you.
Period. And hi, I'm River, your Brazilian correspondent here on The Cup. And I'm at the same time sad but relieved that this season is over. We'll talk about it, but yes.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. I already wore a Fontana shirt, but I have a second one. I have two different ones. So I was like, might as well wear that one. So I'm wearing my Fontana shirt, and it is signed, but it's a little faded. So it's signed. Yeah.
And hi, I made it back. Brazilian Customs caught me too. So I was stuck there for many weeks, quite like I think our cup mugs. But hi, I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. I am back. I'm very excited to be closing out this season of Brazil with you all. Not wearing my matching Fontana shirt that I have with David, signed on the exact opposite side, actually, also fading. So David and I could be twinning. However, I didn't realize he was wearing his Fontana shirt today. I didn't realize that cuckoo was happening. So I'm just here.
And we're all here just talking about Brazil, the finale. I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it off the top. And I know if you're not happy with what I'm about to say, it's okay. You can tell me. I'll be fine. But I did not enjoy this finale. I felt like the girls deserved so much better than this finale. We were lacking a lot of things that I wanted in a finale. Like, the girls did not come back, like physically come back. We didn't get our eliminated queens. We didn't get a step down look from our previous winner. We didn't get Miss Congeniality. We didn't get any of that. And I was just very bummed out by all of it. I was hoping we would get more, but, the girls, the Final Four, did what they needed to do for this finale. And we're going to talk about all of it and everything. But before we jump into that, please subscribe to this channel and all of our other channels. We're on a mission to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. We've done that here. We're trying to get 1,000 more. So please help us out. Continue to support. Subscribe. We truly, truly appreciate you. Follow us on all of our other channels, the Cup TV and the Cup ESC, because we're trying to get 1,000 new subscribers over there as well. Follow our audio podcast link is down in our description below as well to check us out on the go. Our Patreon is open, ready for you to join. We have Patreon exclusives and some things happening soon, so check that out. Follow us on all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And if you ever thought about wanting to join a podcast to talk about your favorite shows, Drag Race or drag of any kind, or any television show or any Eurovision Song Contest thing that we do, hit us up in our Instagram DMs because that is the quickest place for us to get in touch with you. We are looking for new people to just give their point of view. All we ask is that, yes, you speak some decent English. Well, I won't even say really good. Speak decent English because we can work around it and have a good camera setup and microphone setup. We'll work around that too. But we're looking for new people to give us some points of views on their thoughts about everything else. So if you feel like this is something that you're interested in, hit us up in our DMs and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Let's get into this. So we're in our final four. They're all excited. They're sad. Blley's gone.
Final four without Blley.
Final four without Blley.
It feels wrong, respectfully.
It is wrong, disrespectfully.
I mean,
I don't think I'm not surprised. We're not surprised because I feel like they've been trying to do that this entire season is the final reason and a way to get rid of Blley, even though I think she deserves to be there. But Blley's gone, and Blley being who Blley is just gives a beautiful mirror message of light and love and just shine, girls, shine. And I was like, yes, this is what we love. Only, and this is probably going to be a little bit of disagreement, only for Melina to ruin it for me. Why? I get you're shady. I get you have to be shady. That's your thing. But it's a lovely moment. Why do you have to ruin it by being like, yeah, but, well, whatever. I'm just like, I don't like that. Like, give me a minute to just enjoy the light of Blley without you being shady. I love Melina. I do. I just find that a little bit annoying. Just a little annoying for me personally. I'm just like, okay, girl, give me a minute. Like, calm down. I feel like too much is being done when it didn't need to be too much. But maybe I'm too little, which is fine. I might not do enough.
I don't think you're being too little, Lana. I really don't. I think that this season has been really good. I think and you all have talked about it all season, and I've talked about it, the bits and pieces when I've been here, but I think this season has been very, very good. But one of the things it suffered from the most is a lack of identity, I think. We see the Brazilian identity coming through very strongly, and I'm happy to see that. But I'm struggling, and I've struggled all season to really find a whole lot of individual identity with a lot of the queens, unfortunately. And I think a lot of that has to do with a variety of factors. But I think production weirdly has... I'm not going to say my conspiracy theory here. But I think production in a way has not let us know a whole lot about some of these queens. And as a result, I feel like some of these queens, especially... I would say most of the queens in our final four here have kind of been portrayed to be one specific archetype. Like, we really only know Melina, or one or two at least. We know Melina to be shady and to cry a lot. I can't really tell you anything else about Melina, to be honest with you, and I would like to be able to. We know Poseidon to be over the top and to inject her humor into literally anything and everything she does. I can't really tell you anything else about Poseidon. And like, there's a lot of contestants this season where I feel like the personality we've been shown on the show has been very one-dimensional. And I think for me, at least as a viewer, that is where a lot of the season has tended to suffer, especially in the back half of the season, where some of the queens with the bigger personalities, I look at people like Desiree, I look at people like even Mercedes, Chanel going out first, those people with the bigger personalities went out a lot earlier. So you're left with personalities that the producers, and this has nothing to do with the queens themselves necessarily, but I think we're left with a top four where the producers didn't do a good job at showing us who exactly these queens are beyond standard Drag Race archetypes, and I don't think that's fair to the queens. And it, as a whole, in my opinion, the back half of the season especially, and the season on a whole, has suffered.
I think I agree with you somewhat. Like, I agree with you in the sense of, I think, like, I don't necessarily agree with the specifics of it, but I agree with the idea that the cast has been underexplored by production. I feel like the juice that could have been squeezed from this cast is not as juicy as it could have been. You know what I mean? Like, I feel the wasted potential from, like, in the way that the cast was presented to us by production.
Yeah.
That I agree. The specifics, I have differing opinions, but that main idea, yes. Especially on the back end half of the season. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it was a lot that we could have seen, and we just didn't. But I don't know. But they are going through. Go ahead. Dave, do you have something?
Oh, I was just gonna say Mellody when she was talking about like who she envisioned being in the
Mm-hmm.
finale with her. She's like, "There's two other people that I always saw myself with in the finale,
Mm-hmm.
Belky and Adora Black." And I'm like, "Come on,
I mean,
yes,
speak your
yes,
truth.
Mellody."
You know what I thought? And you know what I
Mm.
thought? And I was at the bar watching, and I was like, "Ooh, she didn't say her friend." You're like, "Ooh, shady." To the bitch. Like, I saw it, y'all, but not my friend. You know what I mean?
Right.
Respectfully.
I mean, I love a queen who's going to tell her truth. And if that's who she saw in the finale with her, that's who she saw. Unfortunately, she ain't see her friend.
That's the tea. That's the tea. It's okay.
But that's been Mellody all season, and I've loved every single bit of it from her. I've loved it.
Yeah, I think I feel like the two people who I enjoyed a lot in this finale was Mellody and Ruby, because they just told me everything they wanted, how they felt. Like, it was no holds barred. It didn't feel like anything other than them being their authentic selves and their authentic thoughts. Not saying Melina and Poseidon wasn't given authenticity. I'm not saying that. I just feel like a lot of it was, I want to be on TV, and I just feel we get a lot of that from them, that it was like, okay, we've seen it. We know this is how it is. So I wanted to see something else, but it was fine. They had the little moments of, just back and forth and, nitpicky with each other, which is fun. Always fun to see the queens having the fun and enjoying the time, and know that this is the last time, one of the last times that they're going to be in this environment together, and in this way. So they had a little fun.
They're like talking about like the highlights. They're like reminiscing about the season and all that.
Yeah. I enjoyed that. It did give me a little production, told me, hey, let's talk about this. But I didn't mind that, because this is the time to do that. These are the times and the moments where you want to have them reminisce and talk about the highlights and the lowlights and the things that we love about this show and this experience that they're going through. So I didn't mind hearing that. But they quickly was like, okay, let's get out of this drag, because we got so much to do and I'm tired. So they get out of their drag, come back into the workroom the next day or week, whatever. And my favorite part, when they get to the table and they're like, okay, so what do we discuss first? The badges. And Melina was like, you know what?
Not this again.
Not this conversation again. I'm done. I'm sick of it. We get it. I don't have a badge. Everybody has badges. Ruby has 3. We get it. Blah, blah, blah.
Mellody should have more.
Mellody should have 2.
She should have 2. But like, she was like, oh, I get it. I thought that was pretty funny.
Because it's like, yes, let's continue
the running joke.
The running
joke. Yeah.
It has to continue to run.
But like,
it's the last time they can do it.
Right.
Exactly. And it sucks for Melina for sure. But I'm also like thinking about the challenges, and I'm really just like she wasn't
good
the
this
best
season, on
but
any
she was
of them.
never. Yeah, I'm like, I don't think there is a challenge I would have given her.
She was consistent.
Overall.
She was
100%.
consistent.
100%. Yeah, I don't think there is a challenge I would have given her the win necessarily.
No.
Consistency.
I mean,
the queen
we'll
of
talk
consistency
about this episode, but like this,
we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
If it was worth a badge.
Oh.
Anyway,
okay then.
We'll get to it.
Yeah. But yeah, they're talking about the badges, and they're talking about the, just more reminiscing, more moments of what this show meant to them. And we got some interesting conversations with I think it was Mellody. I can't remember. But They were. It was just no. Oh, they didn't really have that much time. I'm thinking of a whole nother conversation. Screw that.
They were interviewing each other.
They were interviewing each other when the thing. That's what I'm about to say. It was something else that happened. Siren. I was thinking. My whole brain went to the conversation when they were getting ready. That's where my. But okay.
We'll talk about that.
We will talk about that. But of course, Grag come. The sirens go off. They go run over to the TV screen for Grag to come up and tell them, like, okay, be honest here, y'all. Grag's messages to me this season has just confused me so much. So much. I'm like, what are you talking about, Grag? Like, I know it's not supposed to just come out and say exactly what is happening, but okay, this is the Final Four. I think they kind of know what's going on here. Like, we have to get ready for a Final Four challenge that we could all. But the messages on the TV screen, I'm just like, what's the point of this? Like, just bring Grag out so we can figure out what's happening. That's just me. I don't know if y'all feel the same way. I'm just like, hey.
No, I agree. So I've done like probably like 60 different escape rooms, and it just reminds me of like a note you find in an escape room. Like,
right?
This is cryptic. What does this mean?
It really feels like the key to winning this competition is in your ability to move your body in this way of, I don't know, it feels very just like, it's like, girl, you're doing a music video.
Right.
It's a music video challenge. Grag, just say it's a damn music video, Grag. We all know what the damn challenge is.
It was so weird.
But it wasn't a music video, though, was it?
It was a music video. It was just
live. It was a performance.
Yeah.
But I wish it was.
Right.
Anyway.
I do wish it was a music video. It would have made more sense to me, for real.
I like when the challenge that they have in the finale is a music video. Mm-hmm. That's my favorite style of finale that they do. When they have like something that they have to do in the finale as a challenge. That's my favorite.
Yeah, because I think of the example for me that stands out recently when they did it on UK6 with Ginger and Michael and Tamara, and they did the music video, like the spy themed one. Those are the kinds of finale ones that really, really stand out to me. So I agree, and I think we'll talk about it more, but I think this specific song and this performance really would have aided from a music video.
Yeah.
I feel like the two things that they did in this finale could have been meshed as one. It would have been made it very powerful and very good. They could have just did a music video of the song Grag performed on the show and just had them do a music video of that. And then went from, like we've seen in other shows, where they went from the video to the live stage. That's when they could have brought the other girls back to participate in this said live part of the music.
No, but they had to fly them back from Portugal to Brazil already, Lana. They couldn't keep them there for that long, apparently.
I mean, they really could have, but they just chose not
to. Apparently, they could.
They could have. You can't tell me you couldn't.
They chose not to.
They chose not to.
And it's frustrating.
We could have had a mini reunion.
Yep.
Then we could have had the music video with the girls, like you said, with the girls starting on the music video, coming to the stage with the girls doing like a background dancers kind of thing. And then we could have had a finale runway with everyone being able to show their best looks.
Right.
Unfortunately, what we got is a shell of a finale that closes out.
Anyway,
what
a really good season.
The winner. Anyway,
like
it has a good season that they could have. They just did not do what they needed to do to wrap it up. Like the bow was not bowing. They didn't tie it on tight. It was falling off.
They just put it in a bag and said,
They gave it in a gift bag and was like, "Here you go." It wasn't even a gift bag. It was a brown bag. Like, here, take that.
With a tear in the side.
The bag that comes from the store. You know what I mean? You didn't even pack the gift. You just
maybe there's like a grease stain at the bottom of the bag.
It's just crazy. But I wanted more. But yeah, I think they could have added those two elements together to create a good live performance in the end thing. But that's not what they did. What I did like, okay, Grag coming out looking fantastic, of course, as Grag has done this entire season, and let them know that you're going to write your verse and perform your verse and all of this for this performance on the main stage. And then 2 of you will be eliminated. And then 2 of you will go on to lip sync for the crown. And that gagged them a little bit. They were like, wait, what?
Sure.
It's not a 4-way lip sync? And I was like, I kind of prefer it not to be a 4-way lip sync. I prefer, I like the 2-way lip sync.
I like this way.
I like this way better. But I was like, okay, fine. Eliminate 2 people after the performance. But I was just like, I don't know. I still have my reservations about it all because of the fact that I was like, is this going to be enough for you to actually judge and send someone home off of this performance, especially when we saw what the performance was? Because we'll talk about it.
Also, why are we having kind of the same challenge a 3rd time in 10 episodes? Because the first episode was not writing a verse, but performing to a Grag song. Okay. Then we had the girl groups where they perform and write lyrics, and now they have to. It's another girl group with just one group, basically. It's the same. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm mad because I know, I'm thinking about how good this season could have been with this cast if we had, different, better production. I'm just like,
Where's the scripted acting challenge?
There are so many things that could have been done. I'm just like, I'm mad at the wasted potential. That's just my takeaway from the season.
And then
in general,
to add on to that, Greg, like you said, Lana, Greg's like, oh yeah, you're gonna write your verses, you're gonna learn choreography, you're gonna do all of this. We don't see them writing. We see a little bit of them writing. We don't see them recording. We see a montage of the choreo. And it's like, okay, so then what are we spending this hour of an episode watching?
You want to know what they spent the hour on? We had to have Grag conversations with Grag afterwards. And I was like, okay, sure. I zoned out from that, y'all. I did not pay much attention.
We also had like the little video messages from the
eliminated queens.
Yeah.
But that came
quick
after,
messages.
That came after they had this conversation with Greg, and then they had the recordings and they recorded and they came with the choreograph. All that came after that because they were getting ready for the actual day and having interesting conversations. Like I said, good conversations again. We talked, Mellody was talking about how, all of them were talking about how they really wanted season 2 to differ from season 1. They didn't want the drama, the online bullying. They didn't want that. They talked about a crime that happened from season 1 that they did not want to happen again with season 2. They wanted the fans to respect each other, enjoy your fandom, root for your fandom, but you don't have to be awful and mean and horrible to the people who were maybe not in your fandom. Like, they really was pushing for online unity in Brazil, and they wanted everybody to just literally, in words, calm down. It's just a TV show. It's reality.
Good God, girl, get the grip.
Touch some grass, calm down. It's never that serious. Like, it's never that serious. And I love that they had that conversation because, number one, the fans need to hear that. Like, I just need everybody to realize this is still a TV show. And these girls are simply just trying to entertain and do their passion. And it's never that serious for you to go talk, send hate, talk bad, do anything reckless and criminal intention. Like, none of that is never that deep. It's never that serious.
And I think that's why they were talking about like crimes being, because y'all, baby, it's a crime here. If you are racist, transphobic, and online, you can be sued, and you should, and I hope you are. And so let's,
Yeah.
Keep it in the group chat if you
And-
want.
Right.
If you want to be.
Sure.
I would recommend not being hateful in general.
Yeah.
But if you feel like you need to do it, keep it in the group chat.
Exactly.
You don't need to send it directly to the person. Hate who you want to hate. You know what I mean? Just don't bring it to them. They don't need to hear it.
And the irony for me, I don't know about anyone else, but the irony was not lost on me that the two people leading this conversation were Poseidon and Mellody, the two people that, from what we understand, River, from what you were saying,
been getting the most hate.
Getting the most hate.
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely.
I'm like, the irony of that was not lost on me in the slightest. And I'm like, oh, if only they knew having that conversation then, what they know now, and the amount of hate that they will have been receiving from this. It's just like, I have my favorites and I have my least favorites from this season like anybody else.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm not going to go around and spread hate to these people because at the end of the day, they're entertainers and they're queer people. Like, if you're going around hating other queer people in the society that we live in currently,
Like,
go
we're not
touch
being
grass.
attacked enough by other people.
Exactly.
Like,
go touch
Please.
grass. Go figure out what's going on in your own life that you need to go put down other queer people in order to make yourself feel better. Sorry. Like,
just don't be hateful. Don't put down anybody, queer or not queer. Don't put anybody down. Like, don't be weird. Let's not be weird on the internet when you can, like you said, especially in Brazil when it's a crime and you could get sued for it. And I hope they do. I hope they all do. I hope they all do. And maybe it'll stop people it'll make people think about what they're doing before they start tapping their little fingers on their screens. Like, honestly.
Mm-hmm. The last thing I will say, Brazilians, we live in the country that kills trans people the most. So can we not be transphobic to Mellody? Can we please not? Thank you. We don't, please.
I mean,
Please.
And she's been through so much in her life already.
And she's amazing. Like, maybe,
amazing.
Okay, we can have all of our opinions about how she did on the season specifically, but just as a queen before she went on the season and now after and during, but like, she's amazing. She comes from a legendary family. Like, she is that girl, and we need to respect her, even having whatever opinion you want to have about what she did on the show. Anyway.
Absolutely. But we did have more conversations that they talked about. Like Mellody talked about her past and how she got into this life, which I was just like, oh, you just don't know it until you hear it. Everybody just talked and really just listened to it was a lot of talking, it was a lot of listening, understanding, and wanting to, be there for everybody, which I love. Ruby.
Just sisterhood.
Love that. Ruby was, I just love Ruby.
I love Ruby.
I just love Ruby. I just love her for so many reasons, but I like how she's like, she knows she's shady. She knows she can do that and she can cut you with some words or whatever. But underneath all of that, the compassion that she has and how nice of a person that she is and what she stands for and how she's been working and moving throughout all of it. Just love.
It's very Bianca Del Rio energy of like being the shadiest, but also if anyone needs help, she'll do, like, she's there. You know what I mean? Like, she's 100%. Sweet, but she will also, she'll read you down.
She's
but
like
she will back you up as well.
She's like Xana. Xana's very much like the shady person, but then she'll go and raise $5,000 for you just because. Like, she'll do this stuff, and she's just, you have to really, I respect that so much from Ruby, and hearing her talk about that, I just fell in love with her even more. I was like, I just really love her. I like her a lot, but they get the messages from the girls, eliminated girls. And they at first they're like, my favorite message came from Adora. She was like, I know. Yep. I mean, you all may be the final four, but none of you are the prettiest. If I was there, I'd be the prettiest. Period. It's like, okay, girl, stick to your brand all the way through. I live anything else that happened that you all want to touch on in that segment?
Not really, because like even the talks with Greg, I was just like, yeah, okay. And then like the talks that they had after when like getting ready, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much what we have. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Very much. So go ahead.
Oh, my favorite was Chanel being like, oh yeah, no, don't worry. You all are better off because Chanel's not here. And I'm like, no, we're not. Because I wanted
Are we though?
Chanel.
Are we?
No, we're not.
Yeah, it was. I just enjoyed that. I really wish they were there. I wish they were there. But honestly, we didn't go to the runway because we see Dudu and Braga, Bruna. Well, I keep saying Bruna Braga are there, and they're just sitting at the table, and we're like, okay, we're ready for the runway shoot.
Just chatting.
They're just chatting. And Bruna is like, so where's Greg? Dudu's like, I don't know where she is. And he's like, well, what if Bruna's like, so what if we do something different? What if we host the show? And Dudu's like, oh, we shouldn't do that. Should we? Can we?
This skit was so
stupid.
I
loved it.
I love them. I love both of them so much.
And Bruna's like, yeah, I mean, why not? Why can't we? And Dudu's like, oh, okay, let's do it. And then they introduce Greg as her performance to her song. And I was like, okay, work.
I mean, I think I like the song in general. I think the chorus is really good. I think the song is okay. I think Greg has better songs, but I do think this one was good as well. I liked the performance, but the standout to me was Greg's look. I love this blue like
so good
boot cut like pant with, and then with the Priscilla kind of hair, like, oh my god, the hair so good. She looks so stunning.
I have had this song stuck in my head since I watched this episode. I love this song. This is also the vibe of music that I love. So like hearing this song, I was like, oh, okay, Grag, going a little funk, a little like it's different for Grag from the music that I've heard from her in a really fun way. I actually really, really enjoyed the song. I enjoyed the performance. I think it's maybe the best performance we've had by a host this year.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I love Nikki, but
yeah, this was good. I really did. The song made me bop. I was dancing. I was like, okay, all right, Greg, I see you. And we know Greg can really sing, so vocals were always on point. She looked good. It was just good.
I have to call out my roommate here because him and I were watching together and he's like, oh, Greg sounds really good. Can she sing?
Baby.
Baby.
Can she?
First of all.
I said, no. I looked at this man who I watched Queen of the Universe with, mind you. We watched Grag win Queen of the Universe together.
Oh my god.
I looked at that man and I said, pause this damn TV show right now. The fuck you mean Grag can sing? And he goes, oh, yeah. And I was like,
right. Maybe she can't sing. She can sing.
She can sing.
I'm like,
she's
so fucking
insane.
But if this is the direction we're gonna get music from Grag for a little bit, I'm not too mad. I like this energy. I like this energy a lot, actually.
It was definitely good. It was definitely good. But after Grag's amazing performance, then we finally go to the runway. So I think that's where we're gonna head to. Is the runway.
Yes.
I didn't hear any of that, so I don't know if it played or not. That's
it did.
wonderful. Great. And we have our amazing judges, the judges that are just there. No guest judges this week, no need.
Just family.
Just family. And they all look amazing. This is a great panel right here.
Yeah,
Dare
they all
I
look
say,
so
coming
good.
for best dressed panel. Oh, can I just? Because I have said some not so kind things about our dear sweet Dudu this season.
Oh, I haven't said about this season. But
I have this season said a few things about Dudu. I still don't know what that random red ear hair was that 1 week. I still don't get that ear hair. I'm not gonna ask questions anymore about it because they already roasted the hell out of her about it. But Dudu, come to the front, baby. You look sickening, bitch. This is so good. Oh my god. This is the best Dudu has. Honestly, Dudu kind of looks the best out of all of them.
They ate.
Like
they ate this one up.
This is the best I've ever seen Dudu look on Drag Race. I think she looks incredible. Grag for me is still my favorite because anytime you have black with any sort of outer trimming that just slims the body like this, I am obsessed. I think she looks so sickening here. And Bruna, with all of this chain detailing, this beautiful chain crown piece with all of her hair just looking so beautiful, coming for best dressed panel of the year. Yep. Baby, y'all ate this up.
They look the fuck good. All of them. All of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have been giving Dudu their praises this season because they have been. This is the best I've seen Dudu this entire time I've been watching. Since season 1, I was on the next season 1. I was on Dudu's next season 1. Not going to lie. Season 2, Dudu said, "Okay, let me show you who I am. Let me show you why I'm here." And I loved it. I love this so much. I love when a person who I have been on their neck the whole time comes back the next season and is right. I felt the same way about Daphne Burke doing All Stars this season. I was on her neck all the other Friends seasons. Season 2, season 3, on her neck. Would not let her breathe. I would not. This season, she had me on mute.
Yeah.
She had me on mute. And I love that. So, Dudu, you got me on mute, baby, and I love it. I live to be put down. I live to be shut up. I live for that. And you shut me up. Everybody else looks amazing. I enjoyed this panel. This is one of the better panels this season that I've seen. So I love this. I love this. Awesome. But let's go into our looks because our performance, we did have our performance.
The performance.
They did perform their songs. And so we're going to go through the performances. I'll start with you, River. You can give us your rundown, your rankings, all the things you need to talk about with this performance. Go right ahead.
Okay. So, I think Melina ate this up. She was the best on this challenge, I think. And if this was a challenge where they were giving out badges, this would have been her first badge. And then I could have seen her, like, if they gave her a badge for this, I could have seen her going to, like, the final 2, potentially, if they had given her a badge. She was the best to me by far, actually, on this performance. I think they all did good. In general, they all did good, but she was clearly the standout for me. She sounded the best out of everyone. Like the singing part, like her voice and the actual words like her actual verse. I also think it was the best. I really, really enjoyed her. She was my favorite in the group and in the solo. And she had like the strongest stage presence, I think. Poseidon, I think the performance was fine. Like, in the sense of the performance was good. It's just not the style of performance that I enjoy the most. So I'm like, it was good for what she was presenting, right? What she wanted to do. But I did not like her verse at all. Like the thing what she wrote for the verse. And I didn't think it sounded that good either. It didn't sound that bad, but it wasn't so good. She was unfortunately my number 4, but I still don't think she did bad whatsoever. Mellody, I think, was great in the group parts. She really stood out in the group shots. And I think she looked beautiful, but she missed her own words on the lip sync, and she was pointing to her mouth while doing it. So I'm just like, I didn't really like her verse either. I didn't like the way it sounded or the words. I think the performance of it was good. But I also think it was a little too much. It went just a little over the like too much, just a tiny bit for me in the performance of it. So I did have Mellody at number 3. And then my second favorite was Ruby. I think she looked stunning. And I think she did okay with the verse and the performance. Like, I don't think it was great like Melina, but I also don't have that many like things to say as I did the other 2. So that's why she was by default my number 2. But like, I think Melina did so much better than all of them, like by far, honestly. That might be just me, but like for me, and this episode I watched at a bar at a watch party. Everyone at that party was rooting for it. Like, they were all in agreement that like Melina ate.
Okay. I think that's interesting because I definitely have a very different perspective here.
Would love to hear it.
Here we go. I want to start with where I'm going to start with the standout for me, because for me, there was only one person that stood out for me in the entire performance. And I have to say, on a whole, I think each of these queens did a perfectly good job overall. This will not be a memorable performance for me, unfortunately. And that does not really, in some ways, it does come down to the queens. But unfortunately, as soon as the song started and we heard the song, I was like, oh, is this literally going to be Super Queen from All Stars 4 all over again? And then it turned out to be Super Queen from All Stars 4 all over again. Just that like weird mid-tempo, like it didn't make sense for a finale song for me kind of energy.
I didn't really like the song that they had to work with.
Overall. No, it felt like I like the sentiment of the song, like Queen Forever. I think that's a really good sentiment. I just would have liked a few more BPM. Like, I think that would have added to the overall energy of the song. But for me personally, the person that stood out, the person I could not keep my eyes off of the entire time was Mellody. Yes, she missed words in her individual performance, and I do recognize that. But I could not keep my eyes off of her. For me, everyone else was a backup dancer for Mellody Queen in this performance, honestly. I think a lot of it had to do with her outfit, and she looked like she fit into the stage. She wore the correct outfit for this performance. I think she looked incredible. I see what you're saying about her verse being maybe just a tad too much, and I do agree with that. That obviously did contribute to her lip syncing mishap, but
not the verse that was too much. I think the performance was the physical performance went a little bit too much for the verse that she had.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'll agree with that as well. I think the verse was really poignant though, and I think of all 4 of the queens, for me, Mellody was the only person that took an opportunity to say something in a weird way. All 3 of the other queens for me, it felt very Drag Race finale verse.
You mean like it had a message behind it? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like
okay, cool. I see that. Yeah,
Mellody,
for sure.
Melodies felt very specific to Mellody in that no one else could have said that. In being blunt and objective here, Ruby, Melina, and Poseidon's verses could have come from a variety of other people. Maybe not Poseidon's. Maybe Poseidon's a little bit less. There was a little bit more specificity to hers, but I just didn't feel as much complexity and individuality with specifically Ruby and Melina's verses as I did with Mellody's specifically. So for me, Mellody was the big standout of this performance. Every single time she was on screen, her smile popped for me. She knew where her cameras were. And I think in the group shots especially, she was really trying to compensate for the fact that I think she knew she messed up her lip sync a little bit in the individual part. So I think she was trying to compensate for that. And I do see that. I honestly will put Ruby and Melina kind of joint second for me because I don't think either of them did better than the other one. I really couldn't distinguish between their performances all that much. I think they both did good. I didn't really find a whole lot of individuality with their verses, unfortunately, though I do think they both sounded great in their verses. I think they both look stunning. I love this orange hair on Melina. I hope she does orange hair more often because I think orange, specifically on Melina, and we've seen it throughout this season, orange looks beautiful on her. And orange and blue especially looks beautiful on her. So I hope she continues to do that a lot more in her drag. But Melina, I was noticing in the group shots as well. I see where you're coming from with Melina being the big standout. For me, I just didn't get that as much. But I think Melina gave a really good performance. I think Ruby gave a really good performance. I liked the lift that she had in her solo as well. I think that made her stand out. But otherwise, she was the person that faded into the background the most when it came to the group shots, unfortunately. She did drop a little bit of choreo at times, which was a bit unfortunate. And that leads me to Poseidon. I understand that comedy is your brand. I understand that she is a comedy queen, and that is what she does, and that is her shtick, and that is her thing. I did not like a single thing Poseidon did in this final challenge. And that's just being honest. I didn't like her verse. I didn't like that every single opportunity a camera hit her, she had to go for the physical comedy gag, even down to this final shot that we see right here, where all three of the other queens are posing and looking stunning and beautiful and doing their thing, and she's over there doing her thing. I just don't always think, like, and in a song where the sentiment, for me as a viewer, the sentiment seemed to be like Queen Forever. It seemed to be a very wholesome song. That is what I got from it. I really would have loved for this to be an opportunity for Poseidon to give us something a little bit more wholesome. And instead we got the same character we've gotten all season from her. And I just wanted to see something a little bit different. And unfortunately we didn't. So that's where I'm at with it. But overall, a fine performance. And yeah, Mellody was my standout for sure. But I see what you mean with Melina. I definitely see it. I just think for me,
I see what you're saying with Mellody, because like I agree with Mellody being the standout in the group. Yeah. I think Melina was the standout in the solo, and she did good in the group too. So that's the reason why. But like, it is very totally much personal taste as well, because I don't think any of them like completely flopped. So I think it comes to personal taste, and any ranking is, fine.
Of course.
Yeah.
Lana, what did you think of this performance?
For me, it was a decent performance. I enjoyed it a little bit. I zoned out a couple of times, but that's just me because I was watching it early this morning, like 1-2 o'clock in the morning. So that was just me being sleepy. But I had to watch it several times because I kept excuse me, I kept, drifting, but it helped that I watched it that many times because I was like, okay, let me go back and watch this part. Let me go back and I watched each girl individually like a couple times. I was zoning out a lot, y'all. I was zoning out a lot. But I think I watched Melina's like 3 times because her being at the beginning, I was just like, okay, back. But I do agree with you, River. I think Melina had the best verse. Solo-wise, she was the best in that solo. Her performance for the solo was the best for me. But Mellody was the best performance for me. Like, overall performer. Yes, her solo was not that great. She kind of messed up and, pointing to it to show us that you're trying to lip sync and still mess up lets me know, yeah, you messed up. So if you didn't do that, I probably would have missed it, especially because it was 1 o'clock in the morning. I was falling asleep. I probably would have missed it. But you pointed at it.
If it wasn't for that, she would have been my number 2.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
And then I get it. So for me, I thought Melina just gave us a really good solo performance. Like, I enjoyed her verse the best. I enjoyed her solo performance the best. But I enjoyed Mellody performance overall the best. And I think what you said, Logan, about her outfit, she was smart to pick that outfit and that hair and that face and that, like, she looked like a pop star. And so that's where my eye always went to. And seeing her move and dance, and she can really do that, it screamed like, okay, she's giving me the performance that I needed. I thought between those two, 1 and 2 easily. 1 and 2 easily. And you can flip flop it however way you want to flip flop it. They just did it for me in that sense. And then Ruby, solid third. Solid third. And then Poseidon, I feel like, I don't, and it wasn't even because of her comedy or that. It just, the verse didn't do it for me. I watched her verse like 2 times as well, and I was like, okay. Like you said, she could have ChatGPT'd that, and I would have been like, okay, give me a Drag Race verse song, and that is what came out. And it didn't have anything specific, anything that I was like, could grab onto. Like, I can't remember it. Even after watching it 2 times, I can't remember what she said. So that's the problem for me. I think she performed it fine. But for me, out of this whole group, she was the first for me. But overall, I thought the performance was decent. It was fine. It was a decent performance. Nothing.
I think they did the best with the song they were given.
Yeah, absolutely.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But then after we finish this performance, we go into the runway. And it's the drag eleganza, best look,
extravaganza, best drag, finale.
Yes, God, boots the
Yes,
house
God,
down,
boots,
mama,
lace, all
period,
that,
slay my life,
Absolutely.
extravaganza.
Yes.
And up first was Mellody Queen. And I'm going to say this is her best look for sure.
This is the best look of the night, and this is her best look of the season.
This is her best look for sure.
And this is one of the top 5 looks of the season.
Of the season.
And
this was by far the best of the night. Like,
yeah.
She ate this down. She ate this down. Everything about this looked fantastic.
It's perfect. Like, literally no notes. She's perfect. It's perfect.
I was like, all right, Mellody, you better. I was like, girl, please, because she's had some really great looks this season, and some really looks this season. So
and other looks,
and some really looks this season. So I was like, Mellody, I know you have something in there. I know you've got something.
And she did.
Boy, did
she did everything about this.
1,000.
And then when you see her look for the watch party finale, you're like, oh, okay.
Oh,
okay. She got there. It was a journey, but she got there.
This green on green is everything. This back piece is this headpiece. Everything about this is everything.
The boot coming, like the boot being in. Oh my God.
Everything about this is
everything.
so good. Like you said, River, no notes. Perfection. I don't even have to say.
It is
It's full cup.
Obviously.
Obviously
Hello.
full.
Look at the material.
Look at the material. She looks amazing. She ate it up.
Girl, come on now.
She ate it up.
Like,
And we thank you.
And we thank you.
and we thank you, Mellody. We thank you. Thank you for your service to drag and drag society.
Absolutely.
Up next, we have Poseidon Drag. And River, what did we think about this look?
Okay, so what I do love, my favorite part about this look is it's neck up. The makeup, this hair, I love this hair on her. And then the like headpiece that she had, love that. The outfit itself, I like. I think it's good. I like it. I don't love it. You know what I mean? I like this chest piece. I think that's very interesting. I wish the shoulder piece was more structured and just a little bit bigger in proportion. But I wish the structure was a little bit better, that it wouldn't like be so floppy. I wish the trident that she's holding was bigger in proportion. I think that's what bothers me the most, I think, is the proportion of that. And the fact that the dress doesn't touch the floor. It doesn't touch the floor. And I don't like that shoe. So I if it touched the floor, I wouldn't be able to see the shoe. You know what I mean? So anyway, but I do like the detail of like it looks like petals kind of like that on the skirt. I think that's beautiful. What I don't enjoy is the nude illusion on the thigh part. I wish it was just the beautiful skirt, you know? I like that she waited to do like the Poseidon look on the finale and it wasn't like a repetitive thing. That I enjoy. I think that's smart. I think she looks beautiful. I think it's still it is a good look still. But it was it wasn't my least favorite. But it was 1 point away from my least favorite. You know, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you, River. I'm glad that we saved the Poseidon look for the end. I think it's a really great way to cap her runway package, which also has been, a bit hit or miss throughout the season. She's had some of my favorite looks this season. And
Some very good, very, very good looks.
Yeah. This look is not as great as I would like it to be for a lot of the same reasons that you gave. I wish it hit the floor. I wish we didn't see this shoe because I don't like this shoe whatsoever with this outfit, but I do love the hair and I do love the headpiece. I also really don't love the way that the chest piece is sitting on the gown specifically. It's brought everything up to her, and then with how voluminous this hair is around her,
you lose the neck.
No neck. She has no neck. And so I just wish, I wish the proportionizing on a whole was a little bit stronger with this look. It would have made for a much better, stronger final impression for Poseidon. But yeah, neck up. Love what she's got going on. And this is, I think, the best makeup we've seen from her this season. Other than maybe the horror runway makeup that she did with all of the prosthetic. That was really great. But as far as her softer femme makeup, this is the best femme makeup we've seen from her this season.
I love this color. This color is everything. It's such a good blue. I really enjoy that color on her. I like how she has the petals going from light to dark and giving us that ombre look. I really think that's so pretty. Everything I said about the face, the hair, the headpiece, all of that counts. What you said about the chest piece counts. It works. What you said about the back piece, the wings, or whatever that is, I wish it was bigger too. The shoe, yes. Wish it hit the ground, yes.
And they didn't talk. They talk about Blley's shoe, but this,
right? But they didn't talk about this shoe. Come on, because this shoe is.
I get it. It's the finale, but come on.
But come on. I don't like the nude illusion thigh. I wish it was just a full skirt, like that ombre petals going all the way down would have been so pretty, and it would have worked, and it should have hit the floor. But other than that, I thought this was a pretty. She looked really pretty in the face. This hair, makeup, headpiece, great. Scores.
81.
74. Sensible.
80. Well, we'll keep it moving to Melina Blley. River, what do we think?
So she mentioned she was supposed to be the little cactus that was on her first look on the hip, that she had a little cactus. And then this is her now. I'm like, okay, sure.
Oh.
I see it. But she had to tell me, but I'm like, now, okay, I see it? Question mark? You know what I mean? But I see it. Do I like it? That's a different question. That's a different question. The mug, untouchable. Untouchable. No one comes close. I don't think this is bad by any means. It's mostly the proportion for me that is throwing me off. I don't think this is bad. I think it's well done. Like, it's well made. Whoever made this outfit did a good job. Aesthetically, I don't like it, is the thing. It's not a bad look. It's just I personally do not like it, but I can appreciate the work, the manual work that went into creating this look. And it doesn't look cheap, like it looks expensive. But it's just, personally, I don't like it, but it's not bad.
I'm really glad I'm not the only one, because unfortunately I really don't care for this look either. And Melina is someone else that has had some of my favorite things on the runway this season. So many of my favorite looks this season. And I love the sentiment behind this look. Lana?
Period. I just want to give a quick thing. I said it was Poseidon was my second least favorite by a point. I will be changing that, because talking about it, I changed my score for this, because this is my least favorite. But it's going to be by more points. It's going to be by more points.
This is my least favorite, unfortunately.
Yeah. Lana?
I mean, hearing that this is supposed to be the little cactus growing up, it just makes me not like it more. I don't like it.
Literally.
It literally makes me not like it more, unfortunately, because I'm like, now I really don't get it. I really don't understand what you were doing with this. It's everything. The proportions are off. The only thing that I will say is good and great is going to be her mug. It's always going to be great. She's never going to have a bad mug. We're never going to see Melina with a bad mug. I'm sorry. That's just, life isn't fair sometimes, and she knows how to paint her mug. It's just not fair. But everything else about this, I'm not feeling the wig. I'm not feeling the dress. I'm not feeling the details in the dress. I'm just not feeling it. It's just not doing it for me. And the longer she stood on that stage, the more I did not like it. And I was just like, oh no. I keep finding more things I don't like. I don't like the jewelry custom, whatever that thing is in the bra under with the green. I don't like any of this, unfortunately. And I like her because, like you said, Logan, she has been serving looks this entire season. It's been good look.
Her first runway, her crystal runway.
I mean, we don't even need to go through the list because we've seen it. It's been good. And so why would we come down to this? I'm not sure. But
maybe why are there little jewel things in your hair?
I'm disappointed.
Why this hair?
But I don't want to keep beating it because we talk about it enough. It is what it is. It's not my favorite scores.
The way I took 10 points out of my original score. Because I had given it an 80, because I'm like, it's not bad, but I don't like it. But I'm like, actually, no. It's not. No. It's not bad, right? So I will give it a 70.
Mm-hmm. I'm really struggling with this right now.
You don't want to do it, but just do it.
It's not horrible. I'm sorry, Melina. It's not horrible.
You're playing.
I'm pleading. I'm sorry.
I don't even think it's worth a plead. Like, honestly.
I can't. Like, I really, there's other than her face There is not a single thing I like about this look. I'm sorry.
I mean, I like the color.
I don't even like the colors together, to be honest with you.
I'm going to give it a 69.
Nice. Yeah.
All right.
I love you,
Sure.
Melina. I love
Stunning.
you, Melina.
Love the diva. But see,
I
I
love
wanted
you,
to
Melina.
see the diva.
The
Where is
diva.
the diva.
Diva.
All right.
Diva.
And last but not least, Ruby Knox.
Yes. Again, kind of like Poseidon, I like that she waited to do like the ruby look for the finale. I like that. When I was watching at the watch party, I looked at my cousin and I was like, what's with the black? Like, what's the black supposed to be? And then I don't know if she explained or he told me, but it was like the black is supposed to be the rock that the ruby is like being, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, okay, I see it. I get it.
Oh.
Right? But I wanted it to be, I don't like that it's just this solid black fabric. The style of it, the design of the black that is around with the shoulder piece and all the actual pattern of it, I think is great. What I don't like is the fabric choice. I wish it was the same thing. Same dress, same thing, just a different fabric that would give more rock, stone. You know what I mean? Then it would have been gaggy and it would have made sense immediately. Because what she has underneath, like this headpiece, stop it. I'm obsessed. It's so good. It's so beautiful. I love it. Her mug is beautiful. Like everything, like neck up, perfection, no notes. And like the red underneath that like then she revealed on Lipsync, like it's good, but I was expecting more. I still think it's good, but I was expecting more. I don't think the black dress is bad. I just wish she would have been better.
I agree. I think the entire red ensemble here is really great. But I was confused the entire time she was walking the runway because I was like, okay, this black shawl is really great. When is it coming off? Because you can see the red dress underneath the entire time she's walking the runway. I'm like, okay, cool. When is the black shawl coming off? When is it? Oh, it's not.
It's not.
Oh, it's not coming off until halfway through the lip sync. It's like, okay, but she still looks incredibly elegant, and I do really, really love it. I think it could have been executed for the runway stage a bit stronger. But I think as a concept, as a garment, as an executed look, I do think it is a really, really good look for Ruby.
I wanted to love this so much more than I did. I really wanted to love this. I really wanted Ruby to come out and like, so I can be like, yes, I want to get on this podcast and just give Ruby all the praise for this look. But I can't, because the only thing I really like about this look is the headpiece. That's the only thing I like about it. I think the concept is cool. If we would have saw it, like you said, Ruby River, made it look more like rock. So I can know that this is the rock that it's coming out of. It just looks like a black fabric with some red underneath it. Like you said, like I thought I was ready for the reveal. I'm like, okay, it's going to be something amazing underneath that. The reveal is going to be crazy good. Maybe it's going to have the same jewels that the headpiece has. Maybe it's going to look like that. Maybe underneath it, it's just like rubies just sticking out everywhere, and it's going to be great. And we didn't see anything. I was so like, I felt let down of what to expect from this look. I think this headpiece and her mug is stunning, amazing, great. I wish maybe it could have had like little pieces of red on the black fabric, like some of the rubies was sticking out, coming out of the rock.
Yeah.
It would have made it more interesting. This just it just fell flat for me. It was like, okay, it's just a black jacket or a robe or whatever. And it didn't do anything. But I wanted to like it a lot more. But it was fine. It was fine. Scores?
84.
83.
Sensible 74.
Okay.
All right.
But those are the looks. That's all we got. We didn't get any other girls coming back. We didn't
Nope.
get anything
That's
else.
all
That's all the looks
we got.
That's all we got. So easy peasy slideshow for this week for finale, which is ridiculous. But we do find out that the two people, like, we didn't really even have a lot of. I mean, they gave some critiques. We
had feedback, not critiques. Feedback.
Yeah, some feedback, because it really wasn't critiques, it was feedback.
And we had the younger, like, talking to your younger self thing. I'm like, oh, okay. Mellody got me a little bit. Mellody was like,
Mellody got
okay.
me. Mellody got me.
It's just like, okay, on a human personal level, I do like, I like that for them. Like, but for entertainment purposes of like what I like to watch, that's not really something that I need. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
I agree.
But yeah, it was all right. It was fine. We did, like I said, we got the feedback. We got the talking to your younger selves. Blah blah blah. And then we finally
pictures were cute.
Pictures were cute. Everybody was cute.
Yeah,
cute babies. Cute
baby. Yeah,
we love that. But so we do get some results of the feedback conversation, and we get Grag says, Melina, you're amazing, you're wonderful, you're great, blah blah blah. But I'm sorry, this is the end of the road for you. You are out. And Melina's like, I'm going to sing in this lip sync regardless. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I was like, girl, we love it. But she takes it gracefully and she walks off. And then she says, Poseidon drag, you're beautiful, you're amazing, you're funny, you're great. But I'm sorry, your road has come to an end. And I was like, okay. Just exactly what we said last week was going to happen. Our top two queens are Mellody Queen and Ruby Knox. We've all said it. Like, literally, we've been saying it since 2 weeks ago that this is going to be the final two. If they do a final two, or we didn't know how the format was going to be, but this was everybody's top two, and this is the top.
I mean, before Blley was eliminated, I saw Ruby and Blley, but like, yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
So Mellody and Ruby are our top two queens. Good on them. They, out of the four,
this feels correct. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, this feels very correct.
This feels very correct for this four that we had left. And so then we find out that they're going to lip sync. Okay. To a song that I was like, wait a minute. Once again, I know this song, but not in Portuguese.
Correct.
Because I was like, this is Celine Dion.
Yep.
And I was like, wait, why do I know this song? So it happened last week.
You're right. I'm thinking about like the melody now, and I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, which Celine? I'm like, oh, yes, it is Celine.
It is Celine.
I never put that together because like that song that they lip sync to, Amor e o Poder from Hosanna, it was a part of the soundtrack of a novella in like '87, and '87. So I don't know which one came first.
I think
I don't know when Celine. I don't know.
No, I think this one came first because Celine was out in the '90s.
Okay.
No, she started in the '80s.
But I think that song came out.
No, but that specific song. I don't know.
Remind me the title of the Celine song again.
Oh. Sing this. What's the song? How does it go? Power of Love.
Yeah, Power of Love.
Power of Love. I want to say it came out.
Oh, and it makes sense because the name is the literal translation from the Brazilian title is The Love and the Power.
Oh, Celine came out in '84.
Oh wait, no. Okay, wait a damn minute. Now wait a damn minute. So, Power of Love is actually Celine's version. Was released in 1993, which was a cover.
Yeah, it's not her song. I know Power of Love is a cover from
But it's not even Rosanna's either.
No,
It's someone
No,
else's.
it's a
I know
cover
part
of
is,
the Jennifer Rush 1984 version.
Yes.
So Jennifer Rush's came first, then Rosanna, then Celine.
Then Celine. Okay.
Look, the way music just travels the world and how we've seen, like, this is the second time.
The second time this season.
That I was like, wait, I know this song. And it was like, oh, this is a song that this group did and this person did. And then now, so
we can add this technically to the list of Celine Dion finale lip sync songs.
I mean, kind of.
Kind of, sort of.
Also, Brasil, which was the best lip sync that we got, was also like a song that became famous because of a novella. And this song is it wasn't the opening of, but it was like part of the soundtrack of like this one specific character, and it became it's a classic. Like it's an iconic classic song here. Like everyone knows it. Is like, so that's why when I saw that this was the finale lip sync song, I was like, okay, that's a perfect choice for a finale lip sync. I thought this was because we've been having questionable lip sync choices for the song. Debatable. This was great. Love it.
This would not be the song I think of to do for a lip sync for a finale. But then when I heard it and saw him, I was like, okay, well, it works. It works.
Because in the finale, we assume that they're going to be wearing either gowns or intricate looks in any kind of way, right? Yeah. So I don't think the finale, either they let the queens change for or if they're going to lip sync in their finale looks, I want it to be
a ballad,
like a ballad, a strong vocal, like emotional, something theatrical,
Absolutely.
Other than like,
or have several many reveals like Mellody did,
right? So. I mean, it was a cumbersome look, so like I understand if you want to have like easier to move easier on the stage. I understand.
I would have definitely my look would have had so many reveals in that look because I'm taking all of it off. So I can move. So I have to have a reveal. What stood out for me, and this is like, I loved seeing both of them take the song and portray it the way that they felt it should be portrayed. It was not as interesting as I would have wanted it to be, but I felt that they both performed it well. For Mellody to do the Sasha Velour flowers in the head reveal thing, that I'm thinking of the right thing when I say Sasha Velour, right?
The reference is correct, but I want to ask, because when I saw it, maybe I need to watch the lip sync one more time to see that part specifically, because when I saw it when I watched it the first time in the watch party, maybe it was because they kind of did the reveal at the same time, because I thought it was the petals came when Ruby removed her
the petals were from Ruby.
Okay.
It
so
like
was it?
Because
they did the review very close to each other, so like I couldn't really tell. So I thought.
So I believe the petals are from Ruby's look, and then there was glitter that was happening that was coming from Mellody's. A la the reference that you're talking about, Lana, spot on. The Sasha Velour, the removing of the wig,
something under the
bald,
from the head.
No, you're thinking of the exact right reference. I'm gonna pull it up actually because I'm kind of curious now.
Because they kind of happened at the same time, so I was confused. I was like, where are the petals coming from?
Yeah,
and they're very couldn't tell.
They're very close together on stage.
With the angle that they got as well is like kind of to the side a little bit.
Yeah,
and then,
it's not a gorgeous angle for it to be happening.
Right. But I want to talk quickly about like the overall lip sync. I thought they both did a good job. I think they could have done. I think there was a lot more that could have been done, but I think they still did a serviceable job for. I just think this song can have a lot more. Like it opens you up to do a lot more than they did. I think it was a good performance from both of them, but at the same time, like on the safe side. Good but safe,
Sure.
you know?
Sure.
The one thing that like put them apart for me, like the tiebreaker kind of, because I feel like they did just as good as each other. It was that Mellody was doing too much with her mouth in the sense that it didn't fit the song necessarily. I feel like Ruby, the way that she did it, felt more like gave more of the feeling of the song. It felt more connected to the song and made more sense. And I think Mellody still did a good job, but I think the way that she was doing, especially the lip syncing with the mouth, didn't really fit the song necessarily. Like it was a very small thing for me to be like a tiebreaker. But I think Ruby did a little better.
For me, I was just like, it didn't matter to me at this point because they both did just equally the same for me. I wasn't impressed or not impressed by either. I felt very indifferent about both of them. I was like, so whoever wins. And I was like, I think I already know who I probably want to see win at this point due to the season. And so I just kind of knew where it was going. So I really wasn't that invested in nitpicking on who did what and this, the other. It was just like, they both did fine. They both did fine. And it was like, and we know who's going to win. So it was just like, okay, great.
So Mellody does do her reveal first, and then Ruby in the front of the stage does her skirt reveal, and that's where the petals come from.
Okay.
So that is the whole.
But Mellody, I was like, so she did the reveal, but did something come out of it? Was it glitter?
No, it was just it was just the reveal that her head was covered in glitter.
Okay.
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah, her head's just covered in glitter, which
cool.
Love it.
Right,
so, I think overall I agree with what both of you are saying. I liked this lip sync. I think more than both of you did, because of specifically the way that they both took it. For me, I got a little bit more of the energy of the song specifically from Ruby, and I think Ruby's performance really amped up for me as the performance went on. I really, really enjoyed what she was doing, especially in the bigger, stronger parts of the song towards the end. Like, I could really, really see the emotion coming from both of them, and I really appreciated that. This lip sync was a very good slow burn lip sync for me, and I really appreciated it for that, because this is the kind of song where you can do a slow burn kind of ballad lip syncing performance and it pay off, and I think both of them did a pretty good job with it. So, and it's a style of lip syncing we haven't seen from either one of them yet this season. I was really happy to see it from both.
To see that side, right? That
absolutely
them as performers.
I was like, oh my god, Mellody doing a ballad, how fun!
And like, she did good. She did a good job.
And she did great. Yeah, I mean, we've seen her lip sync in half the damn episodes this season, so I'm happy to see something, see different things from Mellody we hadn't seen yet, and that's the sign of a true, experienced, fabulous lip sync artist. And Ruby did just as well as Mellody did. I loved both of their performances.
Absolutely,
I enjoyed both, but what I got out of this is that I like the song a lot more than I like the lip sync.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
the lip sync was good, but like I like the song so much more than what they did with it.
Absolutely,
that's fair.
Absolutely, but we do get our winner because honestly, nobody is surprised. Absolutely, nobody is surprised, and nobody should be surprised. I go in finales and I'm like, oh, I'm on bated breath. Who's gonna win? I was so sat back in this one. I was like, okay.
Just waiting for it to happen.
Just say it.
Is it?
I wasn't even like, is it? I was like, just say it, Greg. Ruby wins.
Yeah.
I was very happy. I'm very happy for her.
Yes.
I feel like this season, she deserved it for this season of work that she put in. It really had nothing to do with this finale, because if it was just the finale, I probably would have been looking a different way. But for this season, she earned every bit of this. She deserved this. I felt like this was just her season and she won, and I was very not surprised. I was so sat back like, all right, just say it. because we know what's going to happen. But I was very happy for her.
Yeah.
It feels correct because of everything that you said, like, yes, period. And also, beyond the fact that she was the best this season, like it really was, like, deserved, but also the what she is representing, like having a drag queen from the Northeast as the winner, especially with the history of Brazil and the way that Northeastern people have been treated and are still, unfortunately, for some reason, treated as like less than, as lazy, as like just okay. Imagine calling Ruby Knox lazy, baby.
Where?
You know what I mean? Like, no, they're like one of the most hardworking people that, like, the people that I have met from the northeastern states are some of the sweetest, most hardworking, like, lovely people that I have met, and they deserve so much respect. And I love that they have, especially now, like, Northeastern queer people have Ruby as such a strong representation for them. And representing your favorite state, Logan, the state of Pernambuco.
I was going to say,
hello,
Pernambuco.
Is a state that it is so beautiful. It is so full of culture. It has given so much for Brazilian culture, and I'm so happy to have that representation feel like it's deserved and also means something. You know what I mean? It just feels like the good bow that the season deserves. This is the wrapping bow that we deserve, honestly. So I'm happy with that.
And as someone that really didn't know a whole lot about Brazilian culture outside of Drag Race, let alone Northeastern Brazilian culture, Ruby and Melina both have done such a really, really great job this season at giving us a really great glimpse into Northeastern Brazilian culture. And I agree with everything you said there, River. I'm so excited for Ruby, obviously, beyond the fact that she's been very supportive of us as a podcast in general. I'm beyond thrilled for her because
love you, Ruby.
Love you, Ruby. But also
Ruby.
love Ruby. But I think she is just such a sweetheart. She absolutely deserves this. The body of work presented to us on this season was nothing short of winner material. And I think
the promo,
from the promo, we knew she was going to be a contender for this season. And I think going beyond what you were saying as well, River, the fact that we have a final two consisting of a queen from the Northeast, a region that had not been represented on season 1, and a Black trans woman as our top 2 for this season really goes to show just how beautiful and how incredible Brazilian drag culture is. And I think having Ruby and Mellody as the top 2 of this season is going to, I really hope it does a lot of really great things for Brazilian drag culture in very different but very healing ways, because it's such a brilliant, vibrant, incredible culture that I've loved getting to experience and learn more about over the last 2 years of watching Drag Race Brazil. This has become one of my favorite franchises easily, just because the queens are just so good at what they do. Point blank and the period.
And they are so hungry and determined to show people what their culture is all about. It makes it better. They're driven, they're focused, they're willing to put everything out there to show just how good drag culture in Brazil is. And the pride that they have for their country, I love it. I want everybody to have pride in their country. I want everybody to feel like representation matters wherever you are, even if it's not the greatest and even if it's not the best, ways of you have to have pride about yourself and have some determination and that driven, just pride. And I love it, because one thing about the Brazilians and the queen, the Brazilians, period. The Brazilians who watch us, the Brazilian queens on this show, you all have shown us and shown me personally just how loving and amazing and pride and like how proud you are as a country. It only just makes me go, yes, I respect that so much. I want that. I have that for my culture. I'm very proud of who I am as a person, and seeing other people live there and be proud out loud about their culture makes me go, yep, see, I know what we do. What I'm doing is correct. It gives me like, yep, it's okay to be unapologetically yourself. The good and the bad. Take it with all of it, but just be unapologetically yourself. And you all have shown that to us on this channel with how you have no problem telling us when we're wrong. You have no problem telling us when we are right. You have no problem. Respectfully showing us what we feel. And I love that. And I appreciate all of you for that. And I appreciate these queens for coming out and being on this show, showing us who they are as queens, showing us who they are as performers, showing who they are as artists, and just doing it so well and making us learn this culture. Because you have to, for some of us with the short attention spans, you have to grab us to make us want to learn about who you are. And y'all have done that. I consider myself grabbed. I want to know all there.
You're hooked.
I'm hooked. I need to know everything I can and that you want to show me about Brazilian culture. I'm here to learn.
So I do have to also take this time to say two things. One, we had the wonderful opportunity to interview part of this cast so far, and they have all been so lovely, amazing. Incredible. To talk, like just obsessed with all of them. Still hopeful to maybe try and talk to the rest of the cast that we had not have the opportunity yet. We are working on it. We'll see, hopefully. But also a little fun fact, and not to get political, but to get political because it was a very important day in Brazilian history and culture and just overall. The fact that on the same day, like maybe 2 hours before Ruby was crowned, Bolsonaro was sentenced to 27 years and 3 months in jail for 5 crimes, okay? And all of his like 7 or 8 others from like the main people that planned this shit. The shortest sentence was 16 years. So we are having military men being arrested for the first time for their crimes, and to have that on the same day that we had for the queer community, especially in Brazil, like someone that attacked us and that doesn't think that we should exist and like made life so much harder for all of us, is getting what they deserve on the same day that we got what we deserved. Like, come on now.
I was gonna say.
And ironically, he was found guilty of breaking a law that he sanctioned. So I live. It's so beautiful. Anyway, I'm so excited.
So River, tell us how you really feel.
It's what they deserve, you know, and still more crimes to be judged because it's not over. It's just the beginning. Just like RuPaul would say, this is the beginning.
You could say,
go ahead.
Deserve.
Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely deserved.
In the famous words of Malcolm X, the chickens will always come home to roost. So you can do all your shady stuff now, but the chickens will always come home to roost.
Live by the sword.
Die by the sword. That is what they said. But and we're gonna keep it moving because there's a lot.
And that's all we're gonna say about that.
That's all we're gonna say about that, because baby, the chickens are coming home for a lot of people. But other than that, overall, Brazil, I will say, you started out very, very strong. Yes, we had some complaints towards the end about how it ended. And hopefully when y'all do season 3, because we know y'all doing season 3, you will figure out how to make the entire thing the stallion and not the stallion at the beginning and the horse meme that we've all been talking about. We want to see the entire horse be just as great as from beginning to the end. You have great queens. You have amazing queens. Amazing queens. You had an amazing cast this season. Next season, juice it more. As the River say, juice it more. Give us more of the juice of the amazing queens. And we hope a great cast. This season was good. The season was good.
The best thing about the season was the cast.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Amazing.
These girls were sisters to each other.
And Grag.
And Grag. Grag is always great. Grag is and Dudu.
And Dudu.
I was gonna
say
the people. And that's the thing I will say about Brazil. It's
the
with
people.
all of because the structural problems of the season, right? It's very much mirroring what was like. The structure might not be great,
but the people
in it,
wait,
not gonna find anything better.
The problems with the season have nothing to do with the Brazilians.
No.
Well,
some of them.
I mean, the fact that it was made in our colonizers' country said,
I said what I said.
And on that note, we're going to say thank you all for joining us so much for this entire season of Drag Race Brazil season 2. We are going to be waited with bated breath for the announcement for season 3, and we'll be back again talking about season 3 as well when that happens. We also are going to do a special video for you guys. Don't think you're getting rid of us just yet. We got one more surprise for you all. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. Just know we got one more surprise for you Brazilian fans. So you might want to continue to stick around. Be looking out for us. You know what I'm saying? Because we got just be looking out. Just be looking out for us because we got some things planned for you guys. One more for our Brazilian season because it was amazing. Follow us on this channel and all of our other channels. All the links will be in the description below. We truly, truly appreciate all of you this season and all the things that you have done. We love you guys so much. Continue to support us on all of our other channels and this channel. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on what we got planned. And follow us on our audio podcast links, our Patreon. Get your cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Follow us on all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. If you're interested in joining any of the podcasts, hit us up on Instagram at The Cup Pod. And we're going to get out of here because we got more content to make. You just go and go watch the next video. Go watch more videos because we got lots to show you. So check it out. And we will see y'all next time. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Bye.